Hey Matt, thanks for sending me your email today. We were texting back and forth a little bit about the marketing campaign that I'm doing for real estate agents, and I was trying to think of the best way to give you an overview, and I thought I would just put some slides together. I do client orientations whenever I meet with either brokerages or real estate agents, and I kind of borrowed from that. But I really want to give you an overview of what it is that I do that's specific for the social media marketing campaign that I have going. And I know you said that you're using Zillow. So based on the research I've done, I have a link sourced out for this and I can send this whole thing to you if you'd like. The average monthly spend for ads on Zillow is $200 to $500. You don't own the media. You do have the opportunity to collect data if the customer is willing to fill out your forms. And of course, the listings aren't as accurate as the MLS. They're not governed by the same quality factors, if you will. And on average, the agents that this article spoke with, they would spend $2,300 for each sale closed, and with a median value of $220K and a 3% commission, that's a payout of $6,600. So that's how I got the numbers I was speaking with you about earlier today, and that's an ROI of 2.8 to 1, so not even 3 to 1. So I look at that and I find that rather shocking. That's not a very good return on investment. So the Facebook marketing works similarly to Zillow, but it uses social media. We would use your own listings to generate leads specifically for you. You wouldn't be competing with anyone else. Any market that I'm in, I work exclusively with one realtor because I prefer to overwhelm them with real value and a lot of leads. It's a nominal fee compared to Zillow. It generates a ton of traffic. Facebook algorithm takes 72 hours to optimize. And just like with Facebook, we don't own the media. We rent it with our ad spends, but we also have the opportunity for data collection. And I've also heard from a lot of realtors that the type of leads they get from Zillow aren't exactly the warmest leads. Now, everybody has a different definition of what that means, but a lot of times the people maybe have a sense of entitlement or have a quote-unquote know-it-all attitude. I've been told those things. And that the type of customers that come through Facebook are quite different because of all of the things on Facebook that people can interact with. They're going to choose to interact with the post that they see that these ads are in. So the attitude and the mindset of people coming to you from this marketing campaign would be a little different than Zillow, and in my opinion and other real estate agents' opinion, a better quality lead. And then of course with the social media aspect, you can connect with the client, which is really awesome because today, everybody wants that face-to-face interaction. They want to know there's a real person. And we also have the ability to remarket to people, and by that I mean we can track and see who's visiting the ad, but maybe not who's filling it out. Facebook collects that information, and again, we buy it from Facebook. Okay, so we don't know their name and their address, but we know their IP address, and so if we show up, their IP address shows up again, we can say, hey, these guys looked last time, maybe they need to be asked again. And in fact, on average, people need to be asked 8 times before they actually make either a purchase or offer their information. That's just how we are as consumers. So that's a really powerful tool. And then, as I mentioned, a real estate agent spends an average of $103 in ads per home sold. So if you compare that to the same values I was talking about earlier with the median home price of $220K and a commission check of $6,600, that's a 64 to 1. So that's a huge return on investment compared to the Zillow ads. So here, what are the details? It targets people who are interested specifically for homes for sale in a market, for instance, Ann Arbor. I make a 2-page website for that market and use the median home price, and then I would list actual images from listings that you have. I make a Facebook community page, and then on that page I make a post, and that post has a link to the custom 2-page website that I make. And simply people choose to fill it out, or they don't. Not everyone's going to fill it out that looks at it. then you would get an email and text notification anytime a lead came in. So I thought I would show you just real quickly what the landing and squeeze page look like. The landing page, I did a test market for a realtor in West Bloomfield. It just says, hey, you know, enter your information to get a free report of homes for sale under this price. They enter their name and their email, and they'll click Get List. And then on the second page, their information will auto-populate, so they don't have to re-enter it here, but then they're given the option to add their phone number address here. And it asks them if they'd like a free value of what their home's worth, and they can say either yes or no. So this question is important because it's giving that second ask, like maybe they're looking to list their home and they haven't listed it yet. So you know, people are a lot more willing to share their name and email than they are just name, email, and phone number. So even if you only get these two, I have complete scripts and strategies on how to build relationships with these types of customers, and then of course a complete set of scripts and everything on how to reply if you get their full information, which is hugely powerful because sorry, I was clicking on the wrong place here. Because, you know, these are different kind of leads than cold calling and door knocking, and it's a different kind of lead than, you know, someone who picks up a flyer in the mail. So there's been a lot of strategy implemented in these scripts that I'm talking about, and they're really hugely powerful. So just to recap some of the advantages, this marketing campaign would also come with customer relationship management, or CRM. I would make a complete email drip campaign for you. I don't know if that's something you're using right now, but what's great about this is someone might be kind of looking now, but they're not ready to buy now. But if you start establishing a relationship with them at the very beginning, that's hugely powerful, because you're going to be the person in the back of their mind when they're like, oh man, this guy's been sending me these really awesome emails and all these really cool tips about, you know, maybe buying or selling a home, or, you know, tips for improving my credit, or whatever it is. And it's general information that's going to work for anyone, and that's hugely important. So again, we can also remarket to clients, to people who are maybe interested and engaged with the ad but didn't fill out the information. You own all of the media, so you can continually market to these people. You'll always be the owner of their name and their email, or their full information. And as I mentioned, I have all these scripts and training, and I offer a lot of training and support on how to close these leads. Really, it's my job to make sure you do well, and, you know, we'd be partners, and if you do well, I do well. That's, you know, that's the name of the game. This also is going to help you market your business for free, essentially, because yes, you'll have the email drip campaign, but if you ever wanted to market to these people, in addition to that, you own it. You own all of their information, and a huge advantage there is you can walk into a listing appointment with a massive list of buyers, and who doesn't want to do that, you know? So for this test campaign that I did in West Bloomfield, I didn't have full information from my realtor up front. And so I did two sets of campaigns, both for West Bloomfield. In the first 72 hours, my reach was about 3,300 people, 102 post engagements, 6 leads. She got 2 leads a day. And the cost per engagement was just under 30 cents. To me, this is an indication that my ad's broken. I'm not really happy unless my cost per engagement is under 16 cents. So I asked for some additional information from her, and I kind of revamped things. And the second set of ads that I put out had a much better reach, over 5,700 people, about 870 engagements, and 13 leads total, and the cost per engagement was 3 cents. I wouldn't be surprised if that even went down lower. I cut it off after 72 hours because it was this test thing that we were doing. But anyway, we had an additional 2 leads from the posts on the Facebook page itself. So in total, there were 209 unique visitors that came to the West Bloomfield's home for sales landing page, which was this guy here I showed you earlier. And of those, 19 people, unique people, filled it out, and 8 filled out that second page, that squeeze page. So about a 42% conversion rate on that. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an idea of some numbers. Every marketing campaign's a little different. What was really interesting was, I mean, obviously we got more than twice as many leads with the second campaign. So sometimes some tweaking is needed. But in general, I wouldn't be happy unless you were getting a really great cost per engagement and, getting at least a handful of leads every day. So I know this was kind of long and I threw a lot at you, but I'm hoping this kind of explains the general gist of what I do. There's tremendous value in this. It's not just Facebook marketing. It's all those other things I mentioned, like the customer relationship management and all the support that I would give you. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'm really looking to find a realtor that's the right fit for me. So if you think that's you and you want to continue the conversation, I'd love to hear more. All my contact information is in the tag of my email, but you can always feel free to call or text me 517-881-9064. And again, I've got your email now, so I can always answer questions that way too. So I hope you have a great night, and let me know if you have anything else you'd like to hear about. Peace.